comic book fans, and welcome to suddenlycomics.com. It is a Monday night. It is the price variance. We have got everybody's favourite Canadian here to discuss the hottest Silver Age comics of the week. He's been grovelling about in the heritage sales from last week and come up with a great list, as usual, for us to look at. We looked at 5 over on Alan's channel, including the first appearance of Bam Bam. So we are going to kick off straight away, and we can get straight into it without having heard anything from Alan. And our first is My Greatest Adventure.
Adventure. Isn't this an awesome book, though? This is the first Doom Patrol.
Yes.
And, you got them all on the cover, too, which is really good. I like when they're on the cover like that. And yeah, I mean, Doom Patrol is X-Men. It is like where the inspiration for X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even got the guy.
We haven't got the Professor on the cover, have we? But
no, I mean, actually, even X-Men 1 doesn't have Professor X on the cover. Yeah, really great. A great bunch of characters, and I'm a big fan of Elastic Girl. Yeah, this TV series was pretty great. I think it's done though, right? It's not. They're not doing any more episodes, right?
I think Gunn put an end to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. I think I would have thought he would like it.
You say that, but it might be because he's going to do them as a film. So he also kills off Teen Titans. But he's now announced they're doing a Teen Titans film.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I mean, actually, it would be a great movie.
Yeah.
To do Doom Patrol, get into the origins of each of the characters, and I think it'd be a really great, very similar to the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of thing, because they're kind of still the obscure characters, but they're cool. They're very cool characters.
Yeah, he may use Doom Patrol to fight against Fantastic Four, if you know what I mean. So who knows?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that'd be actually
Teen Titans TV show, which was pretty good. But he's doing it. He's announced he's doing a Teen Titans film.
Wow, I mean, yeah, I like Teen Titans as well. I mean, I enjoy. Actually, that's one thing that's DC is really good at. They're not good at movies. They're good at TV and animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
So let's have a look at this one, Alan. How did this do price-wise? So 1170. I don't know whether that's good or bad. 75.
I think that's sort of a weak price, tell you the truth.
It's not.
Oh, it's not.
It
seems weak considering how great of a DC books.
It's very close to the record.
Yeah. So I mean, DC books are always underrated, in my opinion. This is insane.
Yeah.
Such a great book.
Yeah.
And what's the census count on this too?
Oh, it will be quite low. Yeah, 669.
Okay, so this book is like 10 times rarer than X-Men 1.
Yeah.
And this is a really high grade. 7.0 is a pretty solid grade. And it goes for like less than a 0.5, like a third of the price of a 0.5 X-Men 1.
Yeah, but if I said to my wife I bought a Doom Patrol comic, she'd stare at me blankly. Whereas if I said I bought an X-Men comic, she'd at least have some idea of what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I just think this is
brand recognition on X-Men is much higher than brand recognition on Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I like Doom Patrol, but okay. So just a cool book. What's the next one?
Right, the next one is Flash.
Oh yes, Flash.
540. Is this the first Master of Mirrors?
Mirror Master. Master of Mirrors. Mirror Master, yes.
Mirror Master, yeah.
And his first Silver Age book for his own title. As well. So it's double key. It's double key.
Double key. Right, how did this double key do? It's a 40 for 1,400. I don't know
Mhm.
whether that's good or bad. What do you reckon, Alan?
That seems about right. Um,
Yeah,
it's always been
that's about right. It's been flat for about 6 years.
it's one that's all over the place. It's not a really nice steady curve or anything.
No.
Um,
Yeah, but it's the same price now as it was 5 years ago.
yeah. Um, it's a cool book. Mirror Master is actually a really cool character. There was a like what gained my respect for him was in the zombie one where they're like the undead
Yeah,
deceased
yeah,
series.
yeah.
There's a scene where okay, so Mirror Master's become a zombie, okay?
Right. Yeah,
And they're so afraid of him because anything that reflects Mirror Master can just come out and then zombify some random person.
yeah. Wow.
Super dangerous. It's like he's super cool in that respect. It's just a really cool character. Like there's like windows and they're like, oh man, we're screwed. Like all of a sudden zombie comes out and gets them. It's like pretty cool. It's like he's such a cool character.
Yeah.
Um
Mirror Master Zombie. Right. Okay.
yeah, no, it's worth checking out. Deceased actually.
Okay, here it is. Here's the pesky arachnid that Alan
Yes,
about. It is Amazing Spider-Man number 4.
14.
We don't see this one very often. Uh,
No, but it's one I really like. Yeah. So it's
three
first appearance
of Hulk
of
and
Green
Spider-
Goblin.
yeah, and it's the first meeting between Hulk and Spider-Man.
Yeah. So double key again.
Yeah,
And this is a nice looking copy, actually.
yeah, it is. 5-0 looks better than a 5-0. I suppose that's
Yeah.
corner's a bit grotty.
Yeah, that top corner is a bit iffy.
Yeah,
Um,
oh, yeah.
so yeah, very nice though. And maybe a little bit on the bottom edge. I can see it. I'd say maybe a 5-5, but yeah,
Yeah, nice copy.
very nice copy.
That one there.
So
Let's have a look. Is this going the way of all things Spidey?
which is usually down. But yeah.
2160 sounds reasonable for a 14 to be
I think these go for around 3,000, tell you the truth.
right.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Even the FMV shows 2,600,
It's heading down. It's not. It's
but
still
it's still
still
way
way above.
above
It's still way above.
COVID. Yeah, I think in a way, this is sort of my idea about the whole COVID thing. There's when you have like a book like this where it's a loved book, the COVID thing kind of, yes, it overshot them. It made them all kind of go crazy, but people are not going to be willing to give it up for like back to that old price. So I feel like they kind of hold their price a little bit, even though the price is still maybe overinflated.
And it's quite a lot of these, Alan. There's 5,300. So this isn't a rare book. So usually when we get
No,
these, they tend to have been falling back towards pre-COVID price. I think this one's still got a bit further to go.
I don't know. I really like if you look, it's almost flat in the last like year or two. Like if you go back
That
a little
last
bit.
sale, 2160, is the lowest sale since that one.
Yeah, but it's sort of hovering around that point at this point.
Yeah, I agree. It isn't falling dramatically.
Yeah. So yeah, but this one is like, it's a supply and demand thing. This is like probably the most well-known Spider-Man villain, right? Like what other Spider-Man villain would you say is bigger than Green Goblin? I think he's the biggest villain.
Do you? Okay. I mean,
I'm just trying to think of any others that
well,
would be
Mysterio is
comparable.
quite big. So is Craven. I think.
Mysterio is big, but not really. Like not comparatively to Green Goblin. Like Green Goblin, like in terms of the movies,
Yeah,
you know,
the movies. Yeah, Green Goblin because of the actor that played him was excellent.
yeah. So yeah, very loved character. I mean, and it's the Green Goblin that kills Gwen Stacy, and you got a bunch of things going for this book. So yeah, Green Goblin's awesome. So
Yeah, but it's not his first appearance. That's his second appearance.
no,
Third.
this is his first appearance.
What, Green Goblins? Oh, it is. Yes, you're right. Sorry, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, first appearance. Yeah, this is his first appearance.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it was his second. No, okay, you're right. This is a major book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's-
Right. Lastly, we've not seen this one before, Alan. Journey into Mystery, number 50. What's special about this? Number 50, Atomic Bomb Explosion Panel.
yeah, not much going for this book. It's not even I think it's a so-so cover, to tell you the truth. But it went for a crazy price, and that's why I put it on the list.
Is it?
I sometimes like putting these obscure ones that you just don't see. Like this is
I've never seen that. It's not a cover
yeah,
in my brain. Right.
yeah, but this one went for big money.
440 for an 8.0. That sounds high.
Yeah, that sounds really
There
high.
you go, Alan. It's a record. We're finishing on a record.
Yeah, good way to finish. I mean, I was surprised by this price. It just seemed like, what is it? I was like looking it up, like, what is this book? Why is it going for such a crazy
How many
price?
do you think of these is going to be on the census?
I bet it's really low census count. This is in the era
Maybe
of
30 or less. 38.
oh, 38. Wow. So just a really low census
And
count.
it's it's another of these where you don't see these every day in this grade. So the last
Yeah, it's sort of similar to what happened with
years
Bam Bam.
there's been 2 copies of this in 11 years at this grade for sale.
Yeah, it's sort of like what happened with Bam Bam, where you get that one weird, crazy spike sale because people are like, oh, I got to get it now, or I'm never going to get it again. It's the FOMO effect.
Yeah, yeah. Let's have a look and see how many there are of a higher grade than 8.0, but there aren't many. Yeah, there's only 3 higher graded copies, and
Wow.
they've never come up for sale.
Yeah, zero sales history for any others. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like one thing that I always like to comment about is when you see that there's like 3 on the census or 4 on the census or whatever number it is, that number is not usually right. Because a lot of the time when you're close to this high grade, especially in these high grade ones, people are like, oh, if I could just crack it and submit it again, I can, maybe get a better grade.
So if anything, that can be overstated. So if somebody's cracked one open and had it regraded and haven't said they've done that, then
yeah.
one will be there, and then there'll be another one on. But yeah,
So these might be rarer than even what this suggests.
yeah, yeah. Well, nice. I'll tell you what. If I see this in a 6.0 for $200, I might buy one.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it's cool. I think these like Marvel, like kind of that monster era,
Yeah.
these books are kind of getting into their own now. It's
Yeah.
sort of like Bronze Age horrors becoming kind of a hot commodity. Well,
Yeah.
people are going like, hey, we can go even into the Silver Age and kind of get that little bit of monster, not horror, but like monster books as well. So I think there is potential behind these Silver Age books.
Yeah, well, this one would suggest so. Very good price. Okay. So
And
that is it for this week. We will be back next week looking at the state of the Silver Age comic market that continues to look very soft and weak to me. So,
couple records, couple kind of
they're on comic,
nothing too exciting. I mean, it's
they're
not
on
like
comics where there's 25 issue, they're on rare comics, which the market can't be flooded with those. Nobody's going to flood the market with just mystery 50s.
but there's something to learn about that because like you can say, well, if you're going to buy into any book and you're going to spend like $2,000-3,000, make sure that it's a rare book. Make sure that you can wait if it's not.
Yeah, so that excludes X-Men 1, that excludes Spider-Man 1, that excludes Amazing Fantasy 15, by the way, guys.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Oh well, so yeah.
I don't try and get the early Brave and the Bold, because there's only a very few of those, and I want them.
Very cool.
Okay, so that's it for this week. We'll be back next week. That is your lot.